The Midnightrabbi Inspires with Emunah. This is number 5. We've sort of touched on a lot of places together. The blue skies of Eretz Yisrael, the journey to Eretz Yisrael, the journey with Emunah, to be able to go ahead and write a song, which actually the first song I did in that first class I spoke about, number 1, the first song I did in that studio was called Emunah. That was the name of the song that I was able to go ahead even after all my equipment had been stolen and go ahead with Emunah. In this week's Parsha, we have Chai Sarah. We start off the Parsha with Avram Avinu crying, and it's important to know right now in the Jewish people's history, people are talking, it's the times of tragedy, and it's dealing with this. And when we listen to Rav Dror and the Torah from Rabbi Nachman, we get encouragement that Hashem is a merciful Father and everything is for the good. As painful as it is right now, we're commemorating a year since the Kedoshim from Hanof, the 4 holy people and rabbis, and now a 5th, unfortunately, recently, who passed away. They should, Zechus Aleinu and their family should find comfort, and all of the Jewish people. We have to figure out, how do we go ahead? What is this Emunah that's going to give us the strength to go ahead? So one of the things I want to focus on as part of my journey to Eretz Yisrael was to find my soulmate. And that is really, in this week's Parsha, the next chapter of Shidduchim. How can Avram Avinu, how can Yitzchak Avinu, how can our forefathers go ahead and carry on rebuilding and building, beginning to build, and for us ourselves to rebuild and go ahead. And that's for Shidduchim. We're finding our soulmate and building a new family, a new brick in the wall of the Beis Hamikdash, as it says in the Gemara, in the Talmud. And this is, every single one of us has that opportunity to be a part of the completion of the final house and dwelling of Hashem and the world. And that's how it came out for me personally. I was looking for my soulmate. I grew up in London, as I've told, and I was running around the gym, and I had a 6-pack, and it wasn't a 6-pack of beer, and I was very built and strong, and I was involved maybe even with a little bit of modeling, and there was a lot of stuff going on that I was in that parsha, as they say, of looking for a soulmate. And that's really what I was looking for at that age when I met my wife. And the amazing thing was that I was able to do it with Emunah. That meant I didn't do anything in that context, in that world, and I was able to go to yeshiva, and I continued on that journey. And the amazing thing is that the person who helped me to fill in on the first time and come to yeshiva was my wife's twin brother. And it's just an unbelievable journey that I went on in yeshiva, and I still maintained certain values and respect towards the woman who would be my wife, that would prepare the way for that first shidduch that I went on. My name's Eliezer, and he was the shadchan, the first matchmaker written in the Torah, other than Hashem himself, with Adam and Chava, the first man in the world, Adam and Eve. We see by Eliezer, he was the first matchmaker with Yitzchak and Rivka, Isaac and Rebecca. And I myself Eliezer was my own shadchan. I knew that this special woman that I met all those years ago in the gym, growing up in London, 17, and met in other contexts as well, going to shul on Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, the synagogue, and seeing, a potential soul. And that Emunah, that Hashem would not only bring me to the Holy Land and I'd be able to find my success, I spoke about in other classes, I'd also find my soulmate that I could begin to build my home. And that is a going ahead. That's all these, unfortunately, these almanas and yusomim, all these orphans, they have to go ahead somehow, and we have to help them to make shidduchim, to be a matchmaker, either with money or resources. We all need to find our own soulmate, and constantly, as Rabbi Nachman says in Torah Pei Zion, in Kutimai Aron and Tanina, the second part, we all have to be our own shadchanim. Every day we have to constantly try and do the right thing and have more and more emunah, and with that our soulmate will come more close to us, we do Hashem's will, we do the right thing, then our soulmate will come more close to us and will be more wholesome. And that will explain a lot of the challenges we have in marriage nowadays and relationships. And that's something we're going to talk about practically. But on a deep level, we know that Eliezer was that light, to teach that sod, as Arizal says, that secret, that by doing the right thing and doing it with Emunah, then we will find our soulmate, and it will be done in a pure and lasting way that we can build homes that will last forever. And, either in this world or in the world to come, but we should be blessed to find our soulmate. It should come in an easy way, like I was blessed with. It was my first date, first shidduch. And, it's actually my 14th anniversary coming up this Hanukkah. And we should do it with Emunah. And with Emunah, that's the key. That's the bias Ne'eman b'Yisrael. Then we'll build a house that will be Ne'eman. It will be like Eliezer Eved Ne'eman. It will be forever believable with Emunah. And it will last forever and blessed. All the best.